Well, guys, it is good morning to the legendary Auctioneer Kyle Miller, the morning show, folks. Guys, it is the wonderful day. Yes, I'm smoking today. I have a cold. So it is Tuesday, October the 9th, 2018, guys. A absolutely beautiful day. It is nothing but rain. Rain, and more rain. That's a local forecast for today. It's annoying. That's right, we're in Iowa, and it's bloody well hell annoying. It is Coffee Talk with the legendary Auctioneer segment, part of the morning, guys. I want to welcome y'all here as everybody's getting their pings on their phones and whatever else happens in their daily lives. I couldn't live without y'all, so I appreciate the support and the followers and the commentary. Yesterday we talked a lot about auction and how to become an auctioneer, partially, very, very small a bit. Not a whole lot, but a lot of information in such a short hour. But yeah, that's right, we did. We did get a tornado touchdown in Iowa, right over to near Perry, Iowa, so hopefully them folks over that way. I didn't get up and watch the morning news this morning. I was kind of busy, but hopefully they were okay and nothing dramatically happened on the tornado side or with anybody that was over that way. So, Iowa's been hitting the news quite a bit. It's been great. But anyways, well, like I say, folks, we had a small bit yesterday about about auction and about auctioneering and the process of auctioneering. Today's topic, should be a lot of fun, should be very controversial, is BP. What does BP stand for, and what is BP? And what do you like and what don't you have? Did you? I'll be damned. That's not good that you had a tornado. That was maybe straight line wind. You might have had another one. I know there was three deals on there. 3 tornadoes reported somewhat in Iowa throughout the night. And last night, I know there was one completely touchdown last night. That's the one I know on Perry. I was watching on TV and hit my radio. So I was like, wow. But back on to BP, guys. After this segment, I always go and talk to the customers or to the followers or to the show people, whatever you'd like to call them. I prefer to call them my customer as they are a viewer. But also sometimes they are my real customer too in the auction world. But BBs, folks, BBs. What is a BP and what is it good for and what is it not good for? That is the topic for today on the segment on the morning show. So we're going to get right into it. BB stands for Buyer's Premium. Not Buyer's Protection or anything like that, but definitely Buyer's Premium. What is a Buyer's Premium? A Buyer's Premium is where an auctioneer, an auction company, or some kind of a buyer's incentive does not always have to follow and obtain to a said auction. But the deal is that it used to be kind of considered to be called a convenience fee or faster shipping fee or a service fee, a service perfection fee. It used to be basically where an item or a handling fee or something of that form would be on there, shipping and handling. But in auctioneering world, in the BB side of it, I know that a lot of auctioneers, young, old, beginning, and seasoned, very veteran auctioneers, some are for it and some are not. Some are very against it. I know some buyers that are okay with it and some that are not. Let me definition it down to it. A buyer's premium is basically where there's a percentage added on to the top of the ticket price, the hammer sold price, which means, let's say, X dollar bill. And let's say there's a 10% BB. You would pay, in reality, then, $1.10. Now, however, instead of just paying your dollar hammer price, sold price, at a dollar bill, and that's what you paid for, well, you go in there. Now, the problem with that is that you have taxes. Nobody wants to pay them. Nobody likes to do that on sales tax. You go to the store, you see this item, and you're like, that's what I want to pay. That's what I want to do. I just want to pay $19.95. I don't want to pay anything more than $19.95. I just want to pay $19.95. I don't want to pay sales tax. I get it. But sales tax, on the other hand, does help out some things. I'm not getting political. I'm not getting governmental because I believe that they spend their money like ridiculous. But I just give it to them. I want to be in that bankroll. But the BP has a very great value to have in your auction industry, depending on however it is used. So I am partially for it and I am partially against it. It's depending on how it is used or handled. And the reason why I say that is that some auction companies that are out there, and I'm not meaning the auctioneers that are doing the hard work, I'm talking about the software companies that have their BPs. Now, their BPs on their company side is that they price gouge the hell out of an auctioneer to list said items and for a fee. So we do have to pay a fee in most states that I know of, or in software world, as a hosting company to help solicit our items too and get buyers to come on there. Now there's a part involved into that, which an auctioneer will now help support said auction listing company. And that they also are receiving a lot of that. Now, with that buyer's premium, however, that the cost would come down. And that's the direction I take. That on a buyer's premium, if an auctioneer charges that, not a BB, a BP, buyer's percentage. You might come across as I'm saying BB, hopefully not, but BP, and that's probably backwards on the screen when you guys are watching, so maybe I should have went like this, B, and then a B. That bird better probably on your guys' end. I have to do everything backwards. But the deal is that a buyer's percentage, it really does have a lot of good benefits to it. Depending on, like I said, the auction software companies that are out there, I preferably don't think I like it. I'm objected to the idea of that. I feel that you're already paying a service fee to that company to hold your auction. Plus, you're also landing more people onto onto their software company or their company, and rather online. So you're also now promoting your auction. They're promoting your auction also for a fee. Now, when you're taking that guys' hard-earned items and you're putting them online with that software company, whatever one you use, there are many out there. There are some good ones, and I feel that there's some other ones that should be kind of redone and looked at. But when you go in there and you're doing it, now I know it's cost effective and it's just part of the process. I understand that. But the problem is that when you're putting a BP on top of something that an auctioneer is already helping, and an auctioneer is helping support that company, it's kind of like a trade chip. It's a building process where they're out there, they're soliciting to you, you like what they have to offer, you use their system, and then they want to price gouge you on everything positively that you do. Now, who eats that cost? Does a client eat that cost? Does the auctioneer eat that cost? That's the problem. Okay? So that's my opinion of that. I don't find that very fair, but that they charge you X amount of dollars and that you put your items on there and you're doing it, and you're not just doing it for one client, you're doing it for many clients. And so once it's down, the auctioneer is the one who got the lead. The auctioneer is the one who made it happen. Made that sale happen, so he has the full credit. He's the one who went out there, and this guy contacted him, and he got the score of the auction, and he got to now listen. Now, it's his job as an auctioneer, of course, to get the most money valuable out of that item. And so that auctioneer has felt the need to list it with a company that he felt, in his world, was a good place to go with that. Now, that's any auctioneer that wants to do that. Now, everybody has their opinions. Everybody's entitled to their opinions too. But the difference is, what I'm getting at is there is a good thing and a bad thing. And let's get into the good things with the bad things without the auction software and just your normal auction house or your normal auction place, a business. You have a buyer's premium. Okay, the difference is that if you're working with the client and you're going out there and you're working hard to try to find or to have that client give you a call or to get that listing, you know that client now, and you've built a relationship in business with that client. Now you want them items, and they're fine items, and you really want them. Okay, now you get them, but the guy says, you're now working on commission. And with that, and if you are commission, now we'll get into this here in a second with commission and price straight. But let me finish with the BP. Let me keep on track here, guys. If you have buyer's premiums at your location, there is one good thing valid about it, okay? If you have your buyer's premium, and let me tell you, you're going on there and you're adding that on top of the hammer price. The customer may or may not like it, but the customer has to understand that, look, there's one good thing about it. First, there isn't anything really good about it for the buyer side. He has to pay it regardless, right? But he has an understanding that, look, you're providing a business and you're providing a service. You're providing an outlet for him to gain access to said items that he's looking for, him, her, whoever, the person. Okay? So when you take that buyer's premium and you tag it on there, it is only helping to boost your company just a little bit better, because on the backside of that, you have a client that maybe, let's just instantly say that you're getting 10% for that item to sell. I'm just choosing a commission. You guys go wherever you want with that. But you have a 10%. Now, the average customer or auctioneer is getting paid 20, 30, 40%, whatever he may be getting. Well, this particular client, he won't do that. And you know they're fine items. You know you're going to make some money on it. And he's going to make some fine money. And he's going to be happy. And you're going to get referrals. That's the positive side. Now, the problem is that when you put that BP in there, you put that on there, and when you put that on top of that, now the buyer says, well, my God, I paid what I wanted to pay. Why do I have that? Well, do they have a problem when they go to a store and they buy that item and they know there's sales tax on top of that? Now, I understand that some states require you to have sales tax put on that item. Okay, so now you have sales tax and then a BP. And then on so. But then when you also, or maybe an admission fee to get into the door. Now you just paid to get into the door, and for a buyer's number, you register, you got a buyer's number, you paid for that number, now you're sitting down, now you're buying an item, now you have this fee, this fee, this fee, this fee. Okay, and now some sellers think, well, if you charge a BP price, that customer is going to shortchange them because that person has put a BB on it. So I would have got $2, but now I only got $1 because that customer was going to pay more, $2, but now I didn't get it. Well, the reality, the customer wasn't still ever going to get $1 for it because you were on commission, and your commission was coming out of that anyways. So this is two reasons why a BB can be good and can be bad. A BB, if you don't want to charge a commission because you want to land that sale, then you put it on the buyer side. Let the buyer pay it. No, is that fair to the buyer? Well, some of you got to pay. You got to get paid somehow. So that's where it goes into my side of it. Is that okay? You're on either on commission or you're set fee. You just go in there to your client and say, look, I'll charge you a flat fee. And let's just instantly say, I'm going to charge you $1,000. I'm going to charge him $1,000 just to call the auction. That's it. $1,000 cost the board. Okay. That's fine. Now that $1,000 is on there. Now, what are you going to do? Now, some states are all different. I understand that. Follow your laws. Go out there. Find out if it's legal. If you can. If you can't, do not say, well, Kyle Miller said I could. No. Go to your local place. Go to a lawyer. Go to wherever. Go to your state. Go to your city hall. I don't care. Wherever, your county law office, whatever. And find it out for you in your particular area, in your particular state, because every state is different. Why? I don't know, because the United States is United States, but some reason every 50 states has different laws and different rules, even though we're united, and we're America, and we're all 50 states. But for some reason, every state has their different rules, and every state can have their different rules. It's a great thing, but what is interesting is the most confusing thing, because then an auctioneer has to go out there and find out what he's going to do and what he can't do in another state, even though he says, well, excuse me, I live in America. No, I can't do that. If you go down to another country, I'm only talking here, you go to another country, oh, well, yeah, you can sure do that because you're in a different country. But for some reason over here, we have different rules for different things and 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 different things. I sound like a repeated parrot because it's different things. So don't be calling me and saying, "Well, God, you told me." No. I told you. Go find it out for yourself. Do your homework. Now, back to BBs. BBs have a great thing. What happens, okay, you have a BP price on your items. Now, if a person would write out a check, and let's say they wrote out a check to your company, okay, so the auctioneer is getting paid his commission. That little lady, little old man, little old young woman, young kid, young middle-aged, whatever, a person wrote out a check. Okay. You take it, you smile, you say thank you, sir, for coming and joining us today at our auction. I appreciate it. I hope you found some really good items. You go on to the bank. Guess what? That check ain't any good. Uh-oh. Now you're out your commission. You're also out your money. Okay? Now, the difference is on the BB price, somebody's going to have to pay you for this. Somebody is going to have to buy up and buddy the dough. Guess what? It ain't going to be the client. He's going to be like, I want my money. Now, the other client is going to be like, he goes on there, and with that BP, you can take part of that BP from the trustworthy customers that did write you out your check and pay that BP. Now, you can take part of that money just to handle, yeah, you're going to go take legal action. Of course you are. You're going to go after him. You're going to do that. But still, to be making your client happy, you're going to go ahead and pay him. Okay? So you're going to go ahead and write out that check to him, and you're going to make sure he's happy because he's your referral for the next couple auctions, maybe. You don't know that. But you hope he might be. So you take that, you go ahead and pay him. Well, guess what? It came out of your pocket. It came out of your commission. Now you've lost. Somebody's just got hurt. So completely. Is it going to be the client? Is it going to be the auctioneer? Is it going to be that? Because now you just took food off the auctioneer's plate and his family's plate. So the deal is, and that's not fair. Somebody's going to get hurt. And nobody should really get hurt because that guy took it out of his time to write out that check and he just had a smart, I did. That's just not right. But you can take that 10% or whatever fee it is, and add that on there. Now, you're going to take that out of your pocket. I don't realize that. But that 10%, you also just got paid commission from all them items. And then you add that 10% into the pile. Guess what? You wrote it out. Yes, you took a little bit off the top, but it didn't actually come out of your real commission that you had. So it's like a buyer's insurance or auctioneer's insurance with that 10% over here. That 10% is retained by the auctioneer for cost efficient. Maybe use that 10% to advertise and make your company bigger and better. Now, some clients will come in there and say, well, I want a piece of that pie. Well, that's fine. Now, it's your job as an auctioneer. You could either take that commission and lower it down to make it evened up, or you can do whatever you want to do with that buyer's premium. Because that's the greatest thing. You can give a part of it to a client to help him out or her out or the sale out. You can keep it all. But the deal is that it cost effective that you can just completely work on that side of it, and there you go. Now, you can work on the other side of your cost-effective side with your buyer's premium and go on it. What is negativity of the buyer's premium is that a person doesn't like to pay it. A person don't like to pay for an extra fee. Okay, and I get that. And some people are like, well, I won't come to an auction that has a buyer's premium on it. I just won't do it. Well, after a while they may, and after a while they won't. Now, is that something you're going to have to look at in your auction profession, in your area? Yes, you will. But some people don't have a problem with it. Some people do. However, were they a good bidder, or were they just a mediocre bidder, or were they there just to socialize? So they're just there to bitch. But that's what you got to look at. With your buyer's premiums, it is a very hot topic. It is a very diverse topic. It's a very controversial topic. And that's what I'm trying to break down, is that there is a lot of positive onto it. Because the reason why is that you can bring down your cost a little bit because you do have that on there. So you're not just taking all the meat off the top of the buyer or the seller's items. You can fluctuate a little bit with that because you're getting the other side of it. So you're paying it forward onto somebody else. So half of it's coming from your real customer, your hired customer, and then your customers from the buyer side. So when you take your buyer side and your customer side, you put them in together, well, then you're not having to charge him everything to go on it to do that sale. So you can make it a little bit. So you can fluctuate, which is a really great opportunity to have. Now, in other ways it is that insurance. Insurance is very expensive in the auction market. Okay, to have insurance and stuff like that. And so you can use part of that BB to pay different things that you want. So your commission and your line of income is still coming up the same at the back end of it. It's just that other end. Or you can use it for like that. If you did, knocking on wood, I've never had one, and I don't tend to have one, so I don't have any bright ideas. But a bad check. Or credit card fees, or insurance, electric bill, light bill, water bill, whatever, the toiletries. You guys like to have a bathroom at that auction. Great. Take that 10% and use it, or 20 or 30%, whatever it is. You guys can use part of that commission side to have it. It just helps out the auctioneer a little bit more, and it isn't probably that he's going to get rich off of it. And if he does, well, that's okay, because there ain't nothing wrong with making a profit. That's why we're all in business, right? But on a BP, I hear a lot of people that are against it. They hate it. They don't like it. It's something new, and they don't like change. They want to just go in there and pay their $9.95 or their $9 bill that they bid, or their $9,000 bid. Now, the problem is, like I said, with buyer's premiums, there's a pro and there's a con. There's always going to be pros and cons on a buyer BP. I charge BPs at some of my auctions. On some of my auctions, I don't. But I find it that it's an incentive. It depends on what kind of commission I'm receiving, because I know down the road there's an auctioneer that's getting paid 20, 30%. And I'm doing a show special for that. And so instead of just price gouging the seller or whatever, I split it. So much of it comes from the buyer, so much comes from the seller. So they're not both getting beat up 100%. They're there. Now, again, like I said, I don't want to repeat it, but like if a guy says, well, my God, I gave a $2 bill and that's all I want to pay. But if maybe it wasn't even a check, maybe it was cash, or maybe it was a credit card. Well, that credit card come through and you slid it and oops, something done. Maybe you had a clerical error accidentally in math. Well, you can use part of that BP to cover it up. Take care of it and pay it forward. Still pay out your clients. Don't be sitting there price gouging the hell out of them on both sides, because don't be the government. Price gouge you on sales tax and not fix the road after they say they do because it was a special account. Don't do that. No, that's politics. I told you we weren't going to get into that. But BBs are something that I am for, but against, depending on what the company is. And that's the reason why. If you're not so much a small company, but a company doing live sales in your area to the internet sales. Now, I don't think that the internet companies rather should be charging that, because again, you're already paying them. And I find that a little unfair. Now, if you're going to get to receive that fee, as part of the pie, as part of your hard work for listing that item, because they're panhandling to you. If they're panhandling, and marketing to you to say, bring these items to us, hell, do that. You're only branding their company because you're directing all of them to that website. They're also, that customer now has found 50 other auctions. Yep. 50 other auctions to go with. So now you've now shared your customer at a whole with all these other auctioneer companies. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that then where's the kickback to you and to the other auctioneer and the other auctioneer and the other auctioneer and on so and on so and on so. Because it's all paid forward, right? So that's what I'm saying. In the BB market, there's a lot of valid usages for that fee. It only helps it out. It may help out your client. You can use that for your power to log on or to land that next sale. That's what I'm getting at, is that you can use the power to log it or to sign it, get the deal sealed or seal the deal. However you guys and all your words and lingo works, depends on where you're from, is that's where you're at. So you want to be able to go out there and use different tools and use them positive. Don't use them so negative and don't take the negative, but kind of look at the whole of the homework side. Folks, that's what I had for today with the BP. If you guys have questions, you know where to always reach out to me and always ping me, message me, call me. My phone number is the most local phone number around and positively online. I always take a call and I always read my emails and my private messages. You guys send me out the links on that and you guys tell me what you think about it and why you're against it or why you're for it. But then also understand where I come from with it and stuff like that. So guys, with that today, it is, like I said, Tuesday, October the 9th, 2018. It has been more than a pleasure. If there is any comments or any stuff, this is the time right now to type away. And I opened it up so people can literally ask me a question on today's morning show with legendary auctioneer Kyle Miller. Folks, as that we will, I do see some here and I don't see a whole lot of commentary, so on it, or any questions like that. So as I'm waiting, if there is any questions, if not, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on that show with the legendary morning auctioneer show. With that, folks, it has been a short one. I understand that, but that was a big topic, a big controversial topic. View it. Tell your friends to watch it. Enjoy. God bless you. See you down the road. We'll see you tomorrow. Keep your stick on the ice. It has been the morning show with legendary auctioneer Kyle Miller. One more time, folks. Good day, folks. Keep your stick on the ice. Let's go play some polo. I'm fucking psyched. And drink some Chardonnays, guys. All right, it is the morning show with Kyle Miller and the most controversial show in the Midwest. Good morning to you all, and have a great day. Have a great Tuesday. We'll be seeing you Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. Thanks, folks. Thanks for all watching. Bye now.